Greetings and salutations, my dear esteemed guests and subscribers. It is me, of course, your dude LL here, continuing our airdrop journey. And the project in question today is called Shardeum, which is currently on their last testnet phase. But don't you worry, we're not exactly early here, but we are not late either, because there's going to be a one phase after this one, which is going to be happening on the mainnet. And the Shardeum has already announced that the airdrop is going to be happening, and they have given a lot of documentation about the distribution, which we are going to be looking into in a second. But before we do that, I want to remind you of my ever excellent ultimate airdrop spreadsheet, which I'm updating on a daily basis with new entries. And here you can find like active projects which are currently on the farming phase for airdrops. So a lot of things that you can start now or tomorrow, and you're still going to be early with a lot of these projects. So there's a lot of airdrops that are going to be around going on for the whole year, I would say. So you are not late to jump on this train. But let's now continue with Shardeum and the update that they gave out roughly 2 weeks ago on February 2nd. And this goes into detail about of the actual airdrop. So just to be clear, Shardeum already had a private sale, and portion of the funds are obviously going to be distributed through the airdrops, and then there's obviously things that are going into like the developers and things like that. We can look at the actual pie chart in a second. And this is the allocation here. 51% of the tokens are going to be going for nodes. That's a large sum of the actual allocation. And running nodes is going to be one of the ways that you can participate here. I am actually probably going to be setting up a node tomorrow for this project. I mean, one stamp has already been taken for the nodes, and then there is going to be stuff going on for the future as well. And 18% was for the sale. There seems to be a vesting for that, which is actually a good thing. So the people who got into the sale are not going to be dumping on that. And the team gets 15%, foundation gets 11%, and ecosystem gets 5%. And there's 3 phases into this airdrop, and currently we are on phase 2. And phase 2 is not getting as much as phase 1, which is 3.3 million. And now we're getting roughly 5% less than phase 1. And phase 2 is obviously being ongoing for some time, so you're not going to be getting the full amount. But then again, you want to be prepared for the mainnet campaign, which is 18 million tokens. So there's going to be a lot of big campaigns probably going on, which are not going to be covered in this video because they're not live, obviously, but I'm going to be touching upon them probably on my socials. So stay up to tune by following me on Twitter and joining our Telegram and Discord communities for more of that airdrop alpha. So right now we are on phase 2, guys. So incentivized testnet is here. So this is a great opportunity for you to basically get on board and get some of these tasks done before the mainnet campaign starts. And there's a lot of different things which has been already, this is the phase 1, so there was 35,000 accounts available for that, and eligibility period was on February 2nd. And this was people like developers got a lot of money, node validators got a lot of money, on-chain contributors and off-chain contributors. Off-chain is like people who design things like promotion and things like that. So this is actually like very decentralized distribution, because like people designing the websites and logos, they usually don't get a lot of stuff or anything really. But it's nice to see that there's a lot of people who shilled the project and did things in offline events. So there's been very wide criteria for being eligible here, and we can probably expect that on the incentivized testnet as well. So basically the node is one thing here we have, and there's not going to be, because this is testnet, you don't exactly need to like stake anything, so it's going to be free. I don't know how it's going to be and when the mainnet launches. I haven't done the full deep dive on the node operations and how it's exactly going, but you can run up one for VPS, and it's kind of like $60 somewhere in that ballpark with Contabo for 1 year. You don't exactly need to run it for a year though, because if the mainnet is going to be happening on summer, you need to run it for a couple of months. So that's kind of like one one thing here. So right now, yes, you can run a node, the cutoff period for phase 1, x and blah, 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 blah. And we further encourage participants and contributors to stay engaged throughout all versions of Shardeum testnets and beyond into our mainnet launch. So as you can understand, running a node is still on the table and highly recommended, because 200, let's say it's going to be 200 or 200 shard, that's at least going to be dollar valuation. So you're going to be winning something. And the next stage thing here is we need actually the SMH on faucets. There's a one on the official Discord. I recommend joining the Discord because there might be roles which might be going into the actual criteria. And there's just a room where you go to. There's a couple of other places here like chaindrop.org and .shm.me. And then there's a faucet me. So there's 4 different places where you can get the tokens. I recommend interacting with all of them. You can have much as possible of these tokens. Then we have the .shm. We have obviously covered this thing a million times because they have domains on multiple different chains, just different names. I think they have one on Blast. No, that wasn't Blast. It was Mode. And then they have one on Tycho and one on... I can't remember all of them, but these are one of the things you want to do. Now, you have to pay 8 Matic for it. So $8, I believe. I don't know the Matic price right now. So Matic is going to be the payment currency for the Sphinx thing. I don't know why is this exactly. And by the way, there's the faucet if you want to find it. And that's SHM has their own like domain. I think this is the right domain. I have showed this a couple of times. And no, this is not the right one. Well, whatever. But yes, you want to register a domain. Maybe you can register one with the Shardeum one or the Sphinx dApp, but there might be some limitations on it. So because there's temporary resets, that's why they say register it on Polygon. And that might be an important part of their own criteria, but you could do both. I mean, do both if you have the money to do so. Next up, we have Shardex, and this one actually has their own campaign going on. Always, there's going to be one native DEX to these chains, and that's usually going to be the big one that's going to be having some value. And I'm talking about millions here, but hey, $50, $100 maybe. At least long as they don't actually launch on the mainnet. If it's only testnet 1, then it's going to be bad. But hey, it's just social media task here. Invite more people and you get some chests. And these chests are probably going to be getting you points. And basically what you want to do here, it's the same thing as we always do. You want to provide actual tokens here, do swaps, maybe 5 swaps, and then provide liquidity. Right now, there might be some loading problems on the Shardeum. These testnets are kind of wonky. That's what I've witnessed on a lot of these recent videos that I've done. But Shardex is one of these. And then there's a bridging tool here as well, something you also want to use. Moving on, we have the Shardeum University, and they actually have... Am I on the right page here right now? Yes, here we go. So there's 2 courses here, and it's very underused as it is right now. And you want to do these courses, and you're going to be getting NFTs by completing them. And there's going to be more of these coming in, and I actually believe that these are going to be part of the criteria to have these NFTs, so you can testify that, hey, I have done something and I'm understanding things. And you also learn about the project, so that's kind of like a win-win if you're going to be further invested with the project. They also do have a Galaxy page, but right now there is nothing ongoing on, and there hasn't been, I guess, like anything very significant on their promotion pages. But I'm sure that in the future they are going to be launching a new Shardeum projects on Galaxy, so keep eyes on this page for more social projects. Moving on, we have Swapped, which is another native, what chain I'm on? 2CMP. This is, let's see, Shardeum. I think this is Sphinx 1.x. I think this is the right one. Let's go. So there's a couple of these test nets, so you actually have to be on the right one. And I'm not sure which one I'm on right now, but whatever. And same thing as we had with Shardex, you are going to be adding liquidity and you're going to be doing trades. And there's even cross-chain transfers. These are something I would probably do as well. So do all the possible things, provide liquidity for multiple pairs. And there seems to be also a faucet link here. I think this is going to be just linking into something else. Okay, this is not even working. Whatever. Moving on, we have a third DEX. This one is a Multichain, so I think it's on Binance, Testnet, and Zeta Chain. So Zeta Chain we covered not too long ago. Something you might want to try as well. I don't know if that Athens is the most latest one. I have to check on that. But basically, this is another one you want to be interacting with. There's going to be a lot of features coming in the future. Right now, there's only swapping, and that's the one you're going to be doing. There's also a pro mode. I don't know what exactly that is going to be doing for us, but let me actually try to see if I can get this thing working on. It's still not showing me any balances, so I don't know if this is some type of a glitch or whatever, what exactly is going on, because I should be having some of these tokens right now, but it's showing out 0. So that's a bit of a mystery that I have to delve into. And then we have our last DEX here called TorSwap. I am gonna be honest with you guys. This website doesn't look very good. I mean, holy shit, this interface is horrible looking. It's like my eyes are burning. And all the graphics here. This looks very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. But hey, you know, it's testnet. There's no loss from actually interacting with this. And this seems to be on Zeta as well. So 2 stones with 1 bird. I always say that the wrong way. Anyhow, do the liquidity, do the swaps and stuff like that to be eligible. But that's for it. Then we have NFTs to me. This is basically a place where you can actually deploy NFTs on the testnet. So you can do an NFT contract here. There's some couple of interesting other ones which you might want to do at the same time. So interact with these if you want to do on. Well, we got we got Zeta here. I don't know, maybe Zora. Metis is currently doing testnet shit. Rootstock maybe. So a couple of interesting things. Okay, chain testnet. So is that same as X1? If it is, I would do that as well. And apparently, this is like a demo page, and I think you can just like set out the fees and all that stuff and max addresses and blah blah blah. You can deal with this yourself, and logo images. You can do actually a lot of customization here. It's quite impressive. So yeah, if you want to deploy an NFT project on Shardeum, you can do this throughout this website. Moving on, we have Spreo, which is NFT marketplace on Shardeum. This is another place where you want to deploy NFT. This is featured by the actual Shardeum website, so this is going to be more important than the last one we just actually talked about. So this is going to be definitely a criteria for them as well. It's kind of a shame that there's so many of these NFT marketplaces, but so few actually have done airdrops. And there's also a launchpad thing in case you want to launch a project here, but just do a 1 NFT there, and or maybe 2, and you're likely going to be good. And apparently you can see also collections here. The website is still a bit rough on the edges, I have to say. And maybe there's an official collection here as well, so maybe buy this one if these are actually something you can get. I don't know if these are actually minted by the people or what exactly. Can I buy these? I don't know. At least, and also make an offer and maybe try to sell your NFTs after you minted them to get some transactions. Then we have Bandit Network, which has, this is a multi-chain NFT minting platform. Has Polygon, Solana, I mean, but is for some reason Shardeum is not listed here. I don't know why. It's maybe not filtering out testnets here, and I don't know if we can like choose testnets, but for some reason it's not here, but this is advertised on their website, and there is a Bandit token coming out, so you can do certain interactions here and you might be eligible for stuff. Let me buy this very cheap. Okay, there's also some glitches here. Let me actually try to mainnet here if this works. Okay, it doesn't want to work, but this is another one, NFT marketplace, and usually these multi-chain ones might be actually like more prominent or whatever. And then the last thing we have here on our list is Shardeum quests. Right now there's 2 of them. This blockchain thing has been minted out already, so you might be able to still do it, but it says 100%, so I guess it's over. And there's another one that is still at 64%. This is actually pretty easy, just Twitter stuff really. And I think I did these, but there was some glitches here actually getting these to work. And the verification is still failing, which is retarded, but whatever. And that's basically what we have to cover. The same things apply with a lot of these other things. Be on their Discord, follow their Twitter. There might be certain promotions going on which are Discord exclusive. I don't necessarily myself really pay that much attention to them because I just don't have the time really. But sometimes there's stuff like there, and like certain Discord roles will lead into certain specific airdrops. That has happened before and will happen again. So pay attention to their social medias and also like whatever Galax page, and maybe they will have another like, you know, layer 3s and things like that in the future. I think I saw something on some of those, but it probably wasn't official. But that's basically it, and yeah, I will be seeing you guys on the next video. Also a reminder that StartNet airdrop qualifications came out today, so you can check how much you got. A lot of people got really pissed about that they were not eligible. A lot of unlucky people. I got some, but the thing is, most people got like, the developers made the big bags here. That's just a fundamental fact. But thanks for watching, guys. I still probably have a couple of these chains left. We really have almost covered all of them in our video, so it's a great achievement for the community. But maybe things like Haven 1 and maybe Layer N, a couple of really few ones we really have only left as of right now. But thanks for watching, guys. I will be seeing you in the next video when it will be dropping out. Cheers.